The 1967 Washington quarter dollar is one of the most interesting coins in modern American numismatic history. At first glance, it may look like just another ordinary quarter, but behind its simple design lies a major turning point in U.S. coin production. This coin represents the end of the silver era, the beginning of clad coinage, and a period when the U.S. government took unusual steps to control coin hoarding. Because of this, the 1967 quarter is both historically important and frequently misunderstood by collectors and the public alike. Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington, the first President of the United States. The original quarters issued from 1932 to 1964 were made of 90% silver, which gave them significant intrinsic value based on metal content alone. By the early 1960s, the rising price of silver caused widespread hoarding of silver coins. People removed silver quarters, dimes, and half-dollars from circulation, creating a coin shortage across the country. To solve this problem, in 1965 the United States government made one of the most important decisions in modern coinage history. It ended the use of silver in circulating dimes and quarters and replaced it with a copper-nickel clad composition. The year 1967 falls squarely within this transition period. From 1965 to 1967, the U.S. Mint removed all mint marks from coins. This was done because officials believed that collectors and investors were hoarding coins from specific mints. By removing mint marks, the government hoped to discourage coin collecting temporarily and keep more coins in circulation. This is why all 1967 Washington quarters have no mint mark. It does not matter whether they were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco, there is no letter on the coin. This is extremely important. A 1967 quarter with no mint mark is not rare, it is normal. The design of the 1967 Washington quarter was created by sculptor John Flanagan. Features a left-facing portrait of George Washington. The word Liberty is at the top. The date 1967 is at the bottom. The phrase "In God We Trust" appears to the left of Washington's neck. Reverse, back. Shows a bald eagle with wings spread. The eagle is holding a bundle of arrows. 2 olive branches are beneath the eagle. The words United States of America at the top. The words quarter dollar at the bottom. The motto E pluribus unum above the eagle. Although the design remained the same from the silver quarters, the inside of the coin was completely different in 1967. Composition and physical specifications. Unlike quarters made before 1965, the 1967 quarter is not silver. It is made of a clad composition consisting of outer layers, 75% copper and 25% nickel. Inner core, pure copper. This gives the coin a sandwich-like structure when viewed from the side. Official specifications. Weight, 5.67 grams. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Thickness, 1.95 millimeters. Edge, reeded, with grooves. If you look closely at the side of a 1967 quarter, you will usually see a copper-colored line, which confirms that it is not made of silver. How common is the 1967 quarter? The 1967 quarter is a common coin. Millions were produced to solve the coin shortage of the 1960s. Because so many were made, most examples found in pocket change today are worth only face value unless they are in very high condition or show special errors. However, that does not mean the coin is useless. It is an important historical piece that marks the end of silver coinage and the beginning of modern U.S. coins. Value of a 1967 Washington quarter. The value of a 1967 quarter depends mainly on its condition and whether it has a minting error. Here is a realistic value guide. Circulated condition, worn. 25 cents to 50 cents. About uncirculated, AU, light wear. $1 to $3. Uncirculated / mint state, MS60, MS63. $2 to $10. High-grade uncirculated, MS64, MS66 plus. $15 to $100 plus depending on quality and demand. Error coins. $50 to $500 plus depending on the type and severity of the error. If your quarter has scratches, dull surfaces, or has been cleaned, its value is greatly reduced. Rare and valuable errors to look for. While normal 1967 quarters are common, some error coins can be very valuable. Watch for off-center strikes, the design is not centered on the coin. Double die errors, letters appear doubled. Clipped planchet, a piece of the coin is missing due to a cutting error. Broad strike, coin is struck without the collar, making it wider. Die cracks or breaks, raised lines caused by damaged dies. Wrong planchet errors, coin struck on a different type of metal. Any of these can increase the value dramatically. Proof and special coins from 1967. Even though regular circulation coins had no mint marks, the U.S. Mint also produced special mint sets, SMS, between 1965 and 1967. These coins were specially made with higher quality strikes and smoother finishes. A 1967 SMS quarter can be worth $5 to $25 in normal condition. $50 to $200 plus in top condition, SP 67 or higher. These coins have sharper details and a satin-like finish. How to check your 1967 quarter at home. You can do a basic inspection yourself using simple tools. You will need good lighting. A magnifying glass, 10x is best. A small scale if available. Check the following. Look for a copper line on the edge. Inspect for scratches or cleaning marks. Look for doubling in the date and letters. Check for cracks, missing metal, or off-centering. Check if the surface is shiny with natural luster. Do not clean your coin. Cleaning destroys value. A dirty coin is worth more than a cleaned one. Should you get it graded? You should only consider professional grading, PCGS, NGC, if white heavy checkmark the coin is in perfect condition. White heavy checkmark it has a visible error. White heavy checkmark it is proof-like or mirror-like. White heavy checkmark you believe it may get MS65 or higher. Grading costs money, so it is not worth it for ordinary coins. Is it worth saving? Yes, the 1967 quarter is worth saving if you are building a collection. It is in great condition. It has an error. You enjoy coin history. While it is not a silver coin, it is still part of an important period in American history. Conclusion. The 1967 Washington quarter dollar is a coin from a time of great change in the United States. It marked the end of silver coinage and the start of modern clad money. While most of these coins are worth only a little more than face value, some can be worth much more if they are in excellent condition or contain rare errors. It is a perfect example of a hidden history coin, one that looks ordinary but has an extraordinary story behind it. If you find one in your pocket, don't just spend it. Look at it. Study it. You might be holding a small piece of American history in your hand. If you'd like, you can now. White heavy checkmark send a photo of your quarter for evaluation. White heavy checkmark ask for a YouTube script version. White heavy checkmark ask for a thumbnail title plus tags. White heavy checkmark ask for a shorter or longer version. Just tell me which you want next.